bat, I want to be here. Good posture, knees up, hands up, okay? I don't want to be like this and lazy and just be like, oh, it's so that I can let Carter get here. I want my knees up, hands up, so that when he comes into mount, he has to work up and over, kick me in the groin, either one of those. I'm here, okay? Elbows on the thighs. From here, we're just gonna work with the hands down, right off the bat. I'm gonna have one across the hip, bring my elbow in, and I want that arm out at 45, okay? I don't want it down, and I don't want it in like this. If it's in like this and he rides up with his knee, well, now I'm triangle and I'm tapping. Probably more embarrassing than armbar, okay? So don't allow that. We're here, he's down, forearm across hips. Main thing is the elbow in that hip pocket, okay? Well, a lot of us wearing gis don't grab the material. That is a crutch, all right? That also extends my arm, and I'm not controlling the proper into that armbar, okay? So I don't want to be doing that. I'm here, elbows in, up, forearm across, he's down, get that one in, up, push him with the elbow. I'm not driving this way, I'm pushing him with the elbow, and I'm shrimping out, okay? This is just me getting a good frame, getting my posture back, all right? So if he goes to push back in, I shouldn't be able to do that, but because I have a frame, it's very hard for him to try and get back into a proper mount, all right? We're just getting here, and then go ahead. Posture-wise, don't be like super high up in the air. This doesn't make sense, right? He has no stability. Okay.
I'm done with you for a while.
Yeah. I guess I'll just.
Yeah, you take your time. Wait.
Go ahead.
I'm going. Okay. I want to talk about why we're in mount first of all. If we're talking about this from a self-defense kind of perspective, if Travis has his legs between us, right, he's got a lot more defense. He's got the use of all of his tools of his body. When I've made it to mount, his legs are no longer between us. He doesn't have a guard. He doesn't have a shield protecting him from anything, right? This starts to become a lot more dangerous. If we're talking just in terms of sport jiu-jitsu, same thing applies. I have a lot more power to start to apply some sort of an isolation to arms, right? Whether we're going for armbar kind of stuff, whether I'm looking to choke, or whether I'm looking to get on his back. So that's sort of why we're in mount. It's so much more of a dominating position. When you get stuck here, it's brutal, okay? As opposed to back here, realistically, he can just stand up and get away, right? So that's sort of the idea on why we're even in this position to begin with. Once I'm here, as far as actually taking this top control, I want to make sure that my hips are nice and low. I don't want to be floating. I don't want to be too wide. That's what's going to give him the space. That's what he wants. I'm trying to stick to my opponent. I'm trying to be glue. I'm trying to be heavy. My hips are down. My hips are probably over their hips. If I can get to a higher mount, that's fine. That's probably better, but it's a bit of a different position. Okay?
Okay.
Feet, my toes. I'm trying to touch my big toes together under his tailbone. And my knees are pushing in together, squeezing at his rib cage.
Okay, so we're here, hands are down, forearm across, this one's in. I'm gonna bridge up, I'm gonna shrimp out. From here, a realistic movement for him is to regain, I'm gonna bring this arm under my neck and come back this way, okay? That drives me here. As soon as that happens, I'm gonna start to clamp this elbow in, and then I'm gonna go back that way. The reason why he didn't fall that way, he had a post. Now, as he comes back this way, I'm gonna clamp this in, clamp this foot, and drive up, okay? That way I can get here. We're doing 2 mount escapes in one. One is our basic elbow knee. That fails. He drives that arm back in because this is a very common position when this is under and he's driving this. I tell all the new people to do this. Drive this in, make it uncomfortable. Part of the deal. Thank you. Okay? So, he really tried on that. He's out of breath on that one. Okay, so I'm here, up, driving out this way, Good partner is gonna drive that arm underneath my neck, drive it back in. I trap, pull it down, trap this foot, okay? Then I'm gonna bridge nice and high that way and up into a base, okay? I wanna be into a good base, I don't wanna be up like that. Just a good base, it's gonna start to break down the guard a little bit. One more time.
In this move, I'm not overly widening my base with my legs, I'm widening it with my arms. The reason for that, if I go really wide with my legs, he's going to do a different mount escape. Right, from here, if he goes and pumps really wide, and I do this with my foot, he's probably going to enter into the legs, or we're doing something else. Okay? So there's options from there, but if we get to that point where we feel like something's not working, check if it's because they're widening their base with their legs.
Is it up? Should we do it? Just so we can further this escape. When I'm here, I don't want my elbows on like the inside, like this. Because if he just rides up, there's no chance of me stopping that, right? There's like, yeah, this happens, okay? I want elbows on the thighs, and then I'm gonna move over and bring that one in, and the forearm out. That way, if he does the same ride, right, my block just comes up with it. That allows me to come into like leg entanglements, X guard, whatever I want. I don't want both on the inside. This one, I don't want it to come up near the chest, because then I get choked. I want it down at those hips, okay, just along the hip line. From here, that's the troubleshooting for first one. All we're gonna do is we're gonna work with the arm behind the head now. From here, okay, this can be very uncomfortable because I can drive the shoulder into the neck. It's never fun. This hand, opposite of that, is going to go to the hip, okay? This hand, I'm either going to grab the fingers in and pull down, or like answer the phone and put that elbow in, either one. And I'm doing this one because I want to relieve the pressure on my neck and pull his bicep down, trap that foot, then I'm going to bridge big that way. As I bridge, I come up, and I immediately take this one from the hip, and bring the elbow on the inside, okay? If I can do that, it allows for me to not have to deal with close guard. If he gets close guard, well, this sucks. Now I have extra work. If I get that elbow on the inside, I can just sneak that knee over top, okay? I do this a lot in my rolls because I don't like dealing with close guard. Close guard sucks, for me. If you go up to SBG, their close guard is fantastic. I do everything in my power to not let them get there, okay? Keeping that little elbow on the inside, driving it down, popping your knee over right away, makes for an excellent case of passing the guard right away. So, I'm here. He drives this one under the head. Either answer phone, elbow in, bicep in, other hands on the hip, both feet over, big bridge. As soon as I'm here, this elbow should be working on the inside, okay? I'm nice and low, my knee starts to pop up and over, okay? I don't want to be like, yeah, I got here. Oh, now he's got a knee shield, he does his sweeps. If I'm low, knee shield, what are you doing? He's getting his guard passed, okay? Knee in, elbows here. All I'm doing is working through. Then I can work into a different guard. I can work my way into mount. Now it's Carter's turn to go, okay? Go ahead. Never done this before. Right? He drives it down immediately, either way. Make sense? We're just working into a guard pass right off that mount escape. One more time, are we good? Go! Okay, one more time. No, that's good. Always speak up if I say one more time. So we're just arm behind head, opposite hand to hip. Grab this one. I'm trapping his arm. I don't want him to go out with it. Okay, I don't want him to brace out because then that bump doesn't work. I want to trap it in somehow. Fingers in and this works. Here, up, hand at hip, elbows on the inside. I'm immediately pressing it down. Bring my knee up and over. Where you go from there, up to you. This is perfectly fine to stop at. Yeah? 3, 2, 1. I want a combo between a mount escape into a guard pass without having to deal with closed guard, okay? That's why that hand on the hip, one, it allows for a bigger bridge and a better power to push them over, okay? Two, it allows that hand to immediately go from here to here on the inside, rather than like trying to hit him at the armpit or something. So I'm here, this arm, okay? And I'm kind of pushing like this, and I have all this wrapped in. Well, now I have extra amount of distance to try and get back to that, or to start breaking his guard before he gets closed guard. Okay? So, on the hip, I'm in, on that hip, trap that foot up and over, that elbow lands exactly where I want. This knee isn't in play yet. I push it down and I pop over. I'm nice and low, because if you've ever played with Carter's knee shield game that sucks, I don't want to give him that option. Okay? I want to be here. Then I want to make it miserable for him. How I do that is I take this arm, I drive it under, and I want to curve his spine this way. Okay? Go ahead and move around. No, keep moving around, right? It sucks. If he's got a nice neutral spine, he can get his frames in, he can start to work his guard back, all this stuff. I'm here, I drive him this way. Sorry, let's go ahead. Right? No, keep doing stuff.
It's really good.
Yeah, okay? Drive him that way. I can bring my knee on the other side, come here. Then I'm going to drive my shoulder down and into his neck. Okay? I don't want to be up like this. He's going to get his guard back. I'm not going to even allow that. I want to drive shoulder into neck. And I just want to end in a good position for myself. Okay? I want to minimize how much work I'm doing. If you've rolled with me, I get out of the mount pretty quick, and I don't want to deal with a close guard. I get that elbow on the inside immediately, I drive it down, try to get my knee through.